Hey boys and girls, and welcome to week 8 for math. I figured you guys were done just seeing my hand for math, and I like to discuss things and point things out that I can see on my paper that you guys will also be transferring onto yours. So you're going to enable split screen today. You're going to have me as the video, and you're going to open up the PDF file, which is basically a photocopy of your modules. So we are on to our first ever unit independently where we are learning area and perimeter. So this is going to be new for us, boys and girls. We're going to take it really slow. We're only doing 4 lessons in 5 days. We did 2 in class, and we're going to kind of slow down. We're just going to do lesson 3 and lesson 4 across 3 days of videos here, okay? So you'll see at the top of the page that you start with today, you need to scroll all the way down to your 10th page, and it will say day 3 video. And the question says, a rectangular pool is 7 feet wide. It is 3 times as long as it is wide. That's our first question that we're going to get to. And notice I circled in red where it says day 3 video, okay? So we're gonna do a lot of this together. We're not really ready for that independent stuff just yet. There are some things later on this week that you will do a little bit more independently. So we have 2 things of paper that we set up in class. One of them is going to be our week 8 videos. So everything that we do on a video, you're going to put on this loose leaf paper, okay? And the other one, I'll put my name down, Mr. B, will be week number 8 work. This will be your independent work, okay? So this will be your week 8 independent work. So it's gonna be 2 separate things you're gonna hand in for math. It just makes it a little easier on me, so I don't have to fish through and look for like what we did independently. So this will be the things that we'll do in our videos. You're just gonna copy me, and I still wanna see this when you come to class, but then I'm gonna really look at this one because these are the ones you're gonna do independently. We most likely won't get to this one today, boys and girls. This one today probably won't happen because I don't think you'll do much independent work today because this is still fairly new to us, okay? Same thing tomorrow, and I don't think it's probably until day 5 you'll do a lot more independent. So without further ado, let's get started. Remember, we want to make sure everything is set up on this page kind of accurately. So we're going to circle a nice number 1 because that's the question that we're on. So when we look back at this, we can say we're on question 1. I also maybe want to write down my lesson number, and I'm going to put that to the left of the red. So I'm on lesson 3, question 1. And here we go. Part A. It says label the diagram with the dimensions of the pool. So we're going to do part A, and we're going to just copy down that rectangular shaped box that you have. Okay. So it says a rectangular pool is 7 feet wide. So they are having the width, boys and girls, be this. And remember, we said in class, sometimes people even say the width is this way. They have it opposite, which is perfectly fine. We're just going to go ahead and say this is the width, and then that is our length. So we're going to put our W is over here. Oops. And then this is our length. Okay, so it says the rectangular pool is 7 feet wide. So we know our W. We're going to put W is 7. So we're 7 feet wide. And then it says it is 3 times as long as it is wide. So it's 7, 7, 7, which is 7 times 3, which is 21. So I'm going to make sure you label these down as 7, 7, 7. I'm going to put them a little smaller because you're going to see it a little later written this way too, okay? Both of these are squares. Sorry, mine doesn't look very squarish, and yours should look a little bit more square, but these are squares. So this is 7, this is 7, this is 7 all around. So this is 7, 14, 21, because 7 times 3 is 21. There's our first part, part A. We just had to simply label the diagram with dimensions of the pool. So it's a nice rectangular pool. It's not that really wide of a pool, 7 feet wide, but it's 21 feet long. So now it says find the perimeter of the pool. And I'm going to write my formula down, and I want you guys to write this down. You're going to put P equals length 1 plus length 2 plus width 1 plus width 2. And that's my formula. P stands for perimeter. Length 1, how long we are on one side, how long we are on the other, and how wide we are, and how wide we are. So you'll see our length is 21, and our width is 7. So you'll have that number a couple different times. So let's recopy P, because P is our unknown. We know one of the lengths. One of the lengths is 21. The other length is also 21. We know our widths are 7, and the other width is 7. So now I'm going to go ahead and next step down, and I'm going to kind of chunk these here. Mental math. I see the 2 and the 1. 2 and the 1 in my head, 42. And then 7 and 7, that's 14. And I can still do this with mental math because there's no regrouping needed. So my perimeter, 4 and 2 is 6. 4 and 1 is 5, so 56. And we're just going to call it feet. Sorry, they do have our units. Now let's go ahead and circle that answer. Okay. Good work. Again, you're not writing anything on the PDF. The PDF is there just for you guys can see where we're coming up with these questions, what the questions are asking us, and then on your loose leaf paper, there's a couple times where we might have to copy, right? A simple chart or something, but that's not much. So again, look how nice, neat, and organized we are. There's our question 1. We know we're on lesson 3. Question 1, little side A, little B. We're going down 56 feet. We don't square this. We only square it when we're doing area. Later on in the year, I would ask you to find area on this, but you don't know how to multiply double digit by single just yet. Some of you might. Okay, so let's go to question 2. So again, way off to the side, I'm going to put question 2. And it says, a rectangular bumper sticker is 3 inches long. It is 4 times as wide as it is long. So I'm going to stick with the way they're having the width and the length. So I'm going to stick with on the side, we're doing the width, and then up and down, we're doing the length. So they want us to part A. It says, draw a diagram of the bumper sticker and label its dimensions. So one of them that we know already is our bumper sticker being 3 inches long. So that's going to be my L. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to draw in my first box. I'm going to try to make it a little more square today. Okay. I'm going to go working my way down because this is my length. Notice how I do a cursive L for my length. Cursive L's for these guys. You should learn cursive just to do that L. Okay, don't do a lowercase L because it looks like a 1. So our length is 3. Then it says it is 4 times as wide. So that means I'm going to do 3 times 4, which would give me 12. So it would be 3, 6, 9, 12. So I'm going to go down when I'm building this. Okay? So it's just very similar to the other one. I've had kids in the past that call this a 3 and a 4. No, this is not 3 by 4. This is also a 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, and you add all those up. I'm going to do my nice little teacher bracket here so you guys can see that. We're going to call that 12 inches is our width. Okay, so there's part A. Notice how we were given the length this time, and it said the width is 4 times as long. So I multiplied 3 by 4, and that's what I got. Now they want us to do 2 things for that. They want us to find for part B, they want us to find the area and the perimeter. So here we go. I'm going to have perimeter. P equals L1 plus L2 plus width 1 plus width 2. Yes, I want you to copy that formula down. That's something you're going to have memorized and know how to do. You're adding up all the sides when you're doing perimeter. So my length is 3. The other length is 3. So that's the top here is 3, and the bottom down here is also 3. So here and here are 3. And then my width is 12. My other width is 12. Okay, so this is 12 on this side, and it's 12 on this side. And then let's go ahead again, mental math. We can kind of chunk these together. Well, that's a 6, and that gives me 24. So if you know 4 and 6 is 10, that means I'm going to regroup that and give me completely 30. And our answer is going to be in inches. And I am not done. Why am I not done? Because they also wanted me to do the area. And some of you may not know your 12s very well. Area equals length times width. So remember, the area measures all the little tiny square units in the inside. In this case, it'll be square inches. Okay? So area equals length, which was 3 times 12. 12 and 12 is 24, and you add another 12 to that, that gives me 36 inches. And I'm going to put that little tiny 2 up top. If you remember in class, we call that squared. Okay? So there's our first page. Now, I know this might be a little bit crazy of a waste of paper here, but that first page is done. I've got a little bit of room to wiggle. I got some more room down there to do that. But you know what? I'm going to just turn the page because I want this to just look kind of the same. So I want this to be completely done page by page. So look at that for page that we have. Day 3 video, we did question 1, we did question 2. Now if you flip it over, and if you scroll down on your paper, we're now on to question 3. So I'm going to do that on the whole back side of this paper here. Okay? So question 3, they want to know the area of a rectangle is 36 square meters. So we don't have to draw in a rectangle, but I like to for this one, just so it gives us a picture of what we're doing. So here's my rectangle. We know the area of this rectangle already. So we know it is 36, and we're going to put square centimeters. So all the things on the inside are already 36, and I'm also going to put my formula over here. The length is 9. So notice how my length is going to be up top is 9 inches. So now I'm going to fill in my missing pieces here. And this is going to be using a little bit of division to find the answer. So we know area is 36. So a little different than the last time. The last time we didn't know area, but we know area, it's 36. We know it, it's 36. They told us it's 36. So now I need to go ahead and find out my length is 9. 9 times W, or 9 times what, gives you 36. And I get 4 for that. So that is part A. We just found how wide that rectangle is because it's 9 long and 4. So 9 times 4 would give me 36. All right, part B. It says Elsa wants to draw, whoops. Sorry guys, my alarm for my meeting to have with you guys. Oops, I just went off the page. There we go. Ah. There we go. So back to Elsa. Elsa wants to draw a second rectangle that's the same length. So it's 9, it's gonna be the same length, but it's going to be 3 times as wide. So we know that it's going to be 3 times as wide. So we're just going to go 3 times that. So we're going to go 9. This is going to be 9 inches. And then this is going to be 3 times the width. So that would be the width times 3. And if you remember, our width was 4. So that'll be 4 times 3, which gives me 12 inches. Draw and label a second rectangle. Well, there we go. And B is done. C. Now, of course, they want us to go ahead and find the perimeter of Elsa's second rectangle. And that's the one that we just did the diagram for. So again, put perimeter. Perimeter equals length 1 plus length 2 plus width 1 plus width 2. We don't know the perimeter. I'm going to fill in P. I know the length on one side is 9. I know the length on the other side is 9. I know the width on one side is 12, and the width is also 12. So again, P is still my unknown. Notice I'm going down. Down, down, down. 9 and 9 is 18. 12 and 12 is 24. And this one you need to possibly off to the side because you might realize you have a little bit of regrouping. 8 and 4 gives me 12. There's where my regrouping was happening. And then 2, 3, 4 give me my perimeter of 42 inches. And I'm going to circle that answer. Okay, so if you zoom out here and you see what we got, we had to do our first. We had to find in our unknown. And then they asked us to do one that's 4 times the width. And then they had to find the perimeter for that one. Okay? All right, very last one. This one looks harder than it is, but this one is not a difficult question at all. I know I'm a little long-winded here, guys. We're on 16 minutes, but a lot of it was just setting up our paper for the first time. So our videos won't be this long, I promise. Real quick, it says, oops, you. I don't want you to do this one. Even though it says you on your paper there, I don't want you to do this one. This one's brand new. So it says the area of Nathan's bedroom rug is 15 square feet. The longer side measures 5. His living room is twice as long and twice as wide as his bedroom. So notice how they have part A on this side, and then they have part B way over here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to draw and label. So there's 2 that I need to do here. Okay? The area for Nathan's bedroom is 15 square feet. So I know the area. The longer side measures 5. So I know the area. So I'm going to put 15 feet squared. His rug is not that big. And I'm going to put the longer side is 5 feet. So now I got to find my first, which is my unknown here, which will be, in this case, guys, I'm going to call it my width because I went with that side. So they say draw and label the diagram of Nathan's bedroom rug. So I need to find out how much that W is first. So I need to figure out my area, length times width. Area is 15. 5 times blank, or 5 times my W. So that would mean my W equals 3. So now, again, we're staying underneath A here. We'll go to B in a second. Now they need to know what's the perimeter of his rug. Perimeter equals length 1 plus length 2 plus width 1 plus width 2. P is my unknown. Length was 5. Other length was 5. Width was 3. Width was 3. 10 plus 6. Perimeter equals 16 feet. Oops. Look down that inside there. Okay? And let's go over to B. It says draw and label Nathan's living room rug. So his living room rug is twice as long and twice as wide. So it was 5 and 3. So in your head, you're going to do mental math. That 5 times 2 is going to give me 10. And then 3 times 2 is going to give me 6. Okay, now how did I do that? I just took my 5, multiplied it by 2 in my head and gave me 10. 3, multiplied it by 2 and gave me 6. And they need to know the perimeter. Perimeter would be length 1 plus length 2 plus width 1 plus width 2. Perimeter equals, let's go, length is 10 plus 10 plus 6 plus 6
perimeter equals 20 plus 12, perimeter equals 32 feet.
And that's perfect. I'm all done on this page. And we are all done, boys and girls, with our video. I'm sorry we got so long-winded.